Hello, my lovelies. Yeah, I know, I'm a week late. Sorry. Anyway, for those of you that are new, my name is Kim. I am known as the Snitch Stitcher here on FlossTube and on Instagram. And this is my channel about cross stitch. For anybody that knows me knows that I could talk about cross stitch all day, every day. I just love it. It's something that I've been doing for quite some time and I really enjoy it. And yeah, you look at my apartment and you would definitely know that I'm into cross stitch. There's no doubt. I am trying to wrangle it all. We're getting there, but yeah. Well, let's just not even go there. For those of you that are new, welcome. Welcome to the crazy. I hope you like what you see and you want to come back. If you do, hit the like and subscribe button down below. It just gives me a little happy juice. I mean, heck, everybody needs that. And for those that are coming back and that have already liked and subscribed, thank you so much for spending your time with me. I know that there are so many FlossTubers out there, and it is amazing because really that means that there is somebody out there for everybody. And I know that I may not be everybody's cup of tea. I'm more like somebody's shot of whiskey, but you know, hey, some people like that. Some people don't. It doesn't hurt my feelings one way or the other. I just hope that you enjoy this. You know, it is FlossTube, it is cross stitch, and it is something that I very much love. So let's get to it. Like I said, I am a week late. Memorial weekend, I was supposed to have recorded. I kind of went a little bit off, not necessarily socials, but just electronics in general. I did listen to some audiobooks. I did watch a little bit of TV, and I listened to music. But I actually read a real book, you know, in hand, real book. And I just kind of just chilled and I stitched some and just relaxed. And that's really what I needed, especially coming up into this past week because it was month end. I'm in accounting, so month end is always a crapshoot. So, you know, it is what it is. And this is tea. It's a cold tea, but I don't know. I like these big mugs. And I need all the help I can get because my throat is really dry. So anyway, let's hop into it. Let's get into some of my projects. This is one that I am woefully behind on, and this is a Tanya bag. You guys know Tanya. She is Needle and Bone or Needle and Bones on Instagram, and she has a Facebook group, and she makes bags. She makes the most amazing bags. And she's my bestie. And we thought she was going to be moving. Turns out she's not. Thank goodness, because it was not going to be good. She was going to be moving like way far away, and that's just not acceptable. Not acceptable. You know, her hub's got, you know, a job elsewhere. Anyway, it's not happening now. Yay for me. So anyway, this is the Wings of Spring. This is the Wings of Spring Sal, and this is by Velvet Pony Design. She's also known as Pony Stitches on Instagram, and it is amazing. I am so woefully behind. I think part 5 just dropped yesterday. This is part 1, 2, and 3, and there's a lot. I'm behind. I know. I'm sorry, don't shoot me. I am going to be working on this quite a bit here soon. Life happened, and it just did not work that way. This is a beautiful fabric too. It is Mint Julep. It's a Lugana from Mystic Fabrics. I wish that you could get the true color of this. It is a minty green. It is just, oh, it's so pretty, so pretty. And it makes these colors just pop. Like I said, I'm going to be pushing more on this here very soon. So hopefully we'll be seeing some more progress. I'm sorry. I'm in trouble. I know, Mila, sorry. I also have been working on, so this was a project that I started. Yes, of course, another Tanya bag, and you will understand why it is in this bag with all the ladies. It is Self Love, and it is by Birdies Crossing. And this was my start for Mother's Day. It was just a woman positive piece. The fabric is 32 count Lugana. It's Olympia by Mystic Fabrics. Most of my Lugana is Mystic Fabrics. I think I had a subscription with her for a while, and then I kind of changed it up because I try to change it up to different designers or different dyers. One of my absolute favorites is Leslie with Under the Sea, and I'm doing her linen now, but I'm thinking about maybe switching over to Lugana or Jobelin with hers. We'll see what happens. And this is a gorgeous silk. from Most Silks, or Most Sale, MO''S Sale, and she's on Facebook. This was super cheap, at least I thought so. And this color is Isla Mohair, and this is Olympia fabric, and this is the Self Love Sal. And it's damn on beautiful. I mean, it has got some amazing stuff, but this floss, it's gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. I haven't worked on it in a couple of weeks because I was trying to work on a couple other things. I do have a finish. I finished it today, like about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. So anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. But this piece is so much fun. These silks just slide, and I'm just doing 1/2, and it is excellent coverage. At least I think so. And it's just gorgeous. The variegation on there, everything is just beautiful. Damn, I'm beautiful. Now, one thing that I did find that I'm going to have to fix because it's making me a little crazy. There was no apostrophe in the I'm. So what I did kind of like a little back stitch one, and you can't really see it, and I'm not a fan of it. So I think I'm going to rip out the I and scoot it over like 2 squares. And since I'm doing over 2, and put a better apostrophe in there. I need to, because it's making me twitchy, and I can't help it. It's just me. Other people may not mind. I do. But this stitch is so much fun. It is so nice. And like I said, with that silk, it's so beautiful, and it's just fun. And I can't wait to get into more of it. I feel good every time I'm stitching it, not just because the floss is freaking amazing. I mean, and this floss is absolutely gorgeous. I think it's 120 yards of it. Is it yards? Maybe 120. I don't know. This is the floss. It's beautiful. It is absolutely gorgeous. This is not all of it. I just pulled a small bit so that I could work on it and it not get all funky in my bag, because I know I'm not going to use all of it. I have the rest of it hanging up actually down here at the bottom. And it smells good. I'm weird. I know. Y'all know this about me. You should know this by now. It is what it is. But like I said, another Tanya bag, because the majority of the bags that I have are Tanya bags. Actually, I think all but one of them of these, or actually 2, are Tanya bags. Another Tanya bag, the Catacorns. I mean, look at that. You cannot go wrong with a Catacorn. This was the Joanne Fabrics. I'm still just depressed about Joanne Fabrics. I really, really am. This project it's been going on for a while. I have a few friends that are working on it as well. Some of them are doing it over one. This is one of my WhipGo pieces for this month, and I failed horribly because I had to rip out. And I posted about it. I was very bummed. I had like a good chunk, I'd say this area done of this lantern, and realized that I was off and I could not fudge it. Because I had done like the outside area, and then I was filling in the middle, and I tried to fudge it and it was very obvious. So unfortunately, Moroccan lanterns did not get as far as I'd hoped to. I am going to try to pick up on this more because I really do love it. And this fabric. This is Minerva from Under the Sea Fabrics, and this gray is just as deep, and it's gorgeous, and it's so soft. It's wonderful. But Vivsters, this is the pattern. A lot of people have done this. My friend Vanessa is doing it like over one, and she used I think a chronic floss of the black, so it's kind of a metallic look, so it's got a little bit of a shimmer and shine to it, and it's so pretty, so pretty. My friend Melissa is working on hers too. Like I said, it was one of my WhipGo challenges, and I ended up spending, I think, more time ripping it out and then getting not even quite back to where I was. But I did hit my goal of 300 stitches for the month for WhipGo, and that's just because, yeah, actually it wasn't Melissa. I believe that was from Wanda. That's right. Melissa's this month. Anyway, so that was one of my WhipGo challenges from last month. This is another Tanya bag, and of course my Frida. You guys have seen these. I mean, because these are some of the projects that I've been working on. Y'all, I've got to dig deep and start pulling out some projects. Luckily, one of my girls for WhipGo, and that's why I was thinking Melissa, because she's on my head. She actually got me to pull out an older piece that I haven't worked on in forever. So another one of my pieces that I'm working on is in this gorgeous tiny bag. It was sharing room with my piece that I was finished, but this one, of course, is not finished yet. This is the pink dragonfly. I have not made a whole lot much more progress on it. I want to try to get the other wing outlined, and then I can start filling in. It's got a lot of depth, and you'll see when you see this other dragonfly. It's the Patchwork Dragonfly. It is so freaking pretty, and it's just, I really enjoy stitching on them. I was going to try to have them done before the end of May. Well, it didn't happen because I got it done today, so that's June 1st. For the pink dragonfly, this is on Imagine. It's another Mystic fabric, 32 count Lugana, 2/2, and it is really, really pretty. It's very pretty, and the fabric is, you're not getting the full wow of this fabric, because it's a little deeper. It's less blue than what this is coming out. I mean, it does have some blues in it, but it's so pretty, so pretty. And this is from Hexed Stitchcraft. This is Jody. So Jody, I am working on it. I promise I will get it done. I'm working on it. I just ran into some snags this month, trying to keep up with all the bugs between Wings of Spring and the dragonflies. It happens sometimes. It is what it is. Okay, so this is actually one of my bags that I made. This is my French seams and putting a zipper in. Yeah, it's kind of a goofy little bag, but this fabric is really cute. I think it was like a Walmart special, or maybe it may have been Joann's, one of their fat quarters or something. And this project, oh, so pretty. Oh, and I gotta show you this, because this fob, I think this is one that I got. I can't remember where I got it. I can't remember. Let me see if I can get it turned the right way so that you can see it. The scissors are cute too. The scissors are like an iridescent. But look at that scissor fob. Is that not beautiful? Let me cover up my face so maybe it'll zoom in. There we go. It's so pretty. And of course it's flamingos. It is a little pinker. A little bit more. Ooh, I caught it. A little pinker than the rest. But it is perfect because this project, and I'm almost done with it. I may try to finish it up tonight. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It depends on how it takes with me trying to get this uploaded and any editing that I need to do, that kind of thing, because there's kids screaming in the background. I hope you don't hear them. My neighborhood kids, or the complex kids. I don't know if the pool's not open yet. I don't think so. I don't know. But the kids are running around screaming and hollering. This is a fancy flamingo. And I know it's not coming up on here. In person, it does show a whole lot better. I have got the majority of it done. I've got to do some more of this little green. There's some little flower pieces that need to go in there on all the way across. And then I've got to do the legs. And then it'll be done. This was one of the projects that I was using as my challenge from B to work on my one that's closest to a finish. I had another one that I thought was going to be closer to a finish, but I was going to have to do some frogging 1/1. Yeah, that didn't happen. And the frogging, I was just like, no. But I knew that this one was close up. So even though I'm not going to have it done in May, because, it is the 1st, I'm not too far off. So hopefully I'll have it done soon and I can mark that off my whip go board. And I play fast and loose with my whip go board. Yeah. It's a suggestion, not a rule. That's how most of my stuff is, because that's just the way I do my life. Another Tanya bag. This one is so pretty that the gold is like a metallic shimmer. So pretty. This is my Christmas one. And this is, pull it out because I can't remember. I think it's called a Christmas House Advent calendar. Yeah, Christmas House Advent. And it is from Ulysses Blue Stitching on Etsy. Because Lord knows I can't remember anything. Wow, I got a lot of fabric. Well, I have a lot of fabric on here because this is the whole fat quarter. And so I just am keeping on working on these on and on and on until I get them finished. So I did finish, right here, this house. I started it before and then I ended up finishing it off. I worked on this one on the 25th for Christmas. I try to do that. Although I say that, I usually work on the 25th, I'll work on something Christmas. The 31st, I work on something Halloween. Did not happen yesterday because I was on a roll with Patchwork Dragonfly and I wanted to get it finished. And I tried to stay up last night and finish it. I still had like 450 stitches or something like that. And I was so tired. I was just like, I can't do this or I'm going to screw it up. So anyway, I play fast and loose with my stuff. So, but it is really pretty. There's a bunch of these little houses. They're supposed to be Advent squares so that you would normally put the number up in the corner. I think it would normally be up in this corner. I'm just, doing the snowflakes and things like that. And eventually I will FFO these into actual ornaments. I have another Advent calendar that I'm working on doing the same. I think I only have like 6 of those ornaments done, 5 or 6. Yeah. I don't know why. I always want them when it comes time close to Christmas time, but I have a hard time working on them any other time of the year. I don't know why. But I'll work on other Christmas stuff. It's the ornaments. I think it's because it's something for me. Do you do that? If it's something for you, do you put it off because you'd rather do stuff for other people? That's how I am. I always put myself on the back burner, and I know I should not do it. Burner, not burner. I don't know what language that was. But I tend to do that. I tend to put myself on the back burner for things like that. I don't know why. It's weird. Anyway, squirrel. I could go off on a whole tangent on that. And those of you that actually know me in person know that does happen. It happens all the freaking time. Another Tanya bag. This is not so freaking cute. I just love it. It's just, love it, love it, love it. And this really cute scissor fob. This was made by my friend Tammy for me. Or zipper pull, not scissor fob. It's on a zipper pull. It's not on scissors. It's scissors, but it's on a bag. Anyway. So this one I have worked a little bit. I did end up working on this the other day unintentionally. Or no, not this one unintentionally. This one I did work unintentionally. My people at work, when I take this and work on it at lunch, they are in love with this. And so I kind of enjoy taking it to work because I have several of my people, because I'll eat my lunch and then I'll sit there and stitch after I eat my lunch. I do go wash my hands. Yes, I do. But they like seeing the progress that I'm making on this project, and they like seeing all the stuff that I do. But this is Sacred from Teresa Kogut, and it is a wrinkly mess. Y'all, I don't iron. Y'all should know this by now. I did have to redo this because this is at a page break. I went straight HAR instead of HEAR. So I had to go back and fix that. And I am almost down to the bottom, and I think it's going to come down to about, here. I think that's the border that I gave it. Because that's kind of where I want to get. I want to be able to get to know where my outside edges are. I got tired of doing the little triangles there for a little bit, so I've just been taking the lines down a little bit as I go to kind of keep track of, it helps me keep in line with where my lettering is and everything else. So I'm trying not to go too far down because I don't want to have to rip stuff out. But we're getting there. So I'm going to try to probably work on a little bit more of this in the next couple of weeks till I can get and be able to turn that corner, and then I'll have the whole outside edge done. And sometimes I only just do like these straight lines when I'm at work because they're easy to do and I don't have to really worry about it. But once I get my my defined line, that'll make it a lot easier. But I really enjoy this. The colors are so pretty, and it's not my normal color scheme, but I really like it. Okay, let me pull these out. Let me pull these out so you can see them. I know I've showed them to you before. There's just like these rusts and these fall colors, and it is so totally not my color scheme. Totally not my color scheme, but I'm loving it. I am here for it. So it is so pretty. And my winks are like my bottom ones. The rest of these are all DMC, which is one of the things that I really like. There's only, I think, 2 overdyes, and the rest are DMC. And the overdyes, I love how she did them because it's on the lettering, and it does make a difference. Okay, my last one. This was my one. This is a non-Tanya bag. Honestly, I can't remember where I got it from, but it's Alice in Wonderland. Actually, I think this one was a gift. And then I needed a zipper pull because it was so tiny. I have these. Of course, I have Flamingo paper clips. Yeah. I've actually never bought Flamingo paper clips. They have been bought for me because people know me. And that's awesome. Oh, and this baby got wrinkled definitely bad yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. So not the way I wanted to start my Saturday. I had thought about going to the movies. Well, actually I had planned on going to the movies. And then when I got in my car, my low tire went off. And I was like, well, crap. So I have a discount tire ran around the corner on I think every day. I don't know if it's every day, but they have a deal where you can go by and they could check your tire pressure. So I went by there because I didn't see anything where anything looked really low. And my car doesn't tell me, it's not that smart. It doesn't tell me which corner it is. So I told the guy, I said, listen, my idiot light came on and can you check it? And he got around to that tire and says, oh, you've got a nail in it. He says, I'll air it up. He says, but it looks like it's fairly new. And I'm like, okay, good. So, about 35, 40 minutes later, they had it fixed. And because I bought my tires from them, they fixed it for me for free. This is the second time I've had to have something done on my tires since I got these tires about a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago. And they've replaced one tire and then now they fixed this one. And they are always so nice, so wonderfully nice. But luckily, I always keep a purse project with me. So I always grab something to put in there, something that I can work on. And so the project, as this long story long, it's really wrinkled because I had to shove it in there because they were done pretty quick, is Matter in Hand. This is the birthday Sal start that I started with Tammy, Leopard and Lace Co. XOXO, for her birthday, April 1st. And I'll be working on this one as a focus piece this week. I usually do the first week of every month. I'm going to try to work on it a little bit today. We'll see what happens. Like I said, editing and all that crapola. But I'm also working on, what the heck? Oh, the Fruits of Plenty. That is my birthday Sal for March 1st from Modern Folk Embroidery. So you'll be seeing some of these updates because I'm going to try to go ahead and do another FlossTube this coming Sunday so that I'm back on track with my stuff. We shall see what happens. Yeah. Anyway, but it is looking really good. I mean, that big hawk and tomato. So now I'm working on the thimble. It is really pretty. I may try to take this one with me to work some this week. Who knows? I don't know if it'll be that or Sacred. They're both a darker color palette, which is unusual for me. But I love the patterns. And so I'm definitely going to work on them. I love them. So I do have, okay, so let me get some of this stuff out of the way so I don't knock it off because that is usually my luck. I do have a finish. Let me pull this thing back out here. I do have my finish. And like I said, I just finished it quite literally a couple hours ago. And no, I have not ironed it. I haven't done anything special to it because, that would require more effort. I don't know how she's going to want these. I don't know if she wants us to send them to him or just send her pictures. I need to iron it and make it pretty, but this is my finish. This is the Patchwork Dragonfly. This is from Jody at Hexed Stitchcraft. Sorry. It is so pretty. And the colors are just not popping. It's a lot brighter than what it looks like on there. But it is really pretty. I absolutely love this. I enjoyed stitching it. It was a lot of fun. There's a lot of depth in there. I don't know if you can tell that with the colors. The shading and everything that she does is just absolutely wonderful. It's very subtle. I mean, like in these little polka dots here, it is a little harder to tell. There is like a pink and then there's like a little bit of a peach around those little purple dots, but it is really pretty. And I think it turned out really, really well. This is one of the companion pieces to the pink dragonfly. So I'm going to try to, like I said, try to get that one done pretty quick. And then I had another finish. This one has been finished for quite some time. And the only reason I bring it up is because I was talking with a couple of my girls the other night on Zoom. And we were talking about Office Space, the movie. I believe you have my stapler. It's the red swing line. So this is one that I FFO'd quite some time ago. And I am kind of one of those people that is a little bit more of a... Actually, I've been told I was an anarchy finisher because I use hot glue. I'll use super glue. I'll use whatever to finish. I'm not stitching stuff that's going to go into a freaking museum. I don't have kids. Most of my stuff eventually, more than likely, will end up in a trash can and file 13 or at a thrift store. I understand that. I stitch for me. I stitch for the project or process of stitching. So I know that my stuff, I finish it the way that, well, when I do finish stuff, y'all know that I don't really FFO stuff, but this was an FFO, and I actually made up the pattern myself. So I was really kind of proud of myself. So this is my little swing line stapler. Excuse me, I believe you have my stapler. And it was just a fun little deal. One of my girls said, hey, I need you to send me that pattern. And I'm like, girl, I just looked at a stapler and played around with it, made it. I don't know. And then with the staples, it was just some stitches that I did in a kind of a silvery looking floss. It wasn't even a metallic. But this is the way I FFO'd it. I just curled the edges around to the back and did that solid stitch. I did like every other going all the way around, and then I came back around again to fill it in because I was going to do it dashed, and I was like, I don't like it, especially with the staples. And then you know what? The rest of this is fun foam and hot glue. This is fun foam, and then it just stands. Let me put this where you can see it. It just stands just like that. Cheap, easy. I had all this stuff. Girl, yeah, I got hot glue for days. But I just hot glued that shit together. But it's cute. It makes me happy. Other people are probably like, oh my God, pearl clutching. Yeah, more power to you. It's all good. It's all good. But that's what I do. That's what it makes my heart happy. So I do it. Okay, so let's talk about some plans. I already talked about the birthday stitches for the first week of the month. I've got EGA meeting coming up this coming Saturday. And then I am still working on narrowing down. Y'all, I didn't realize how many Frida patterns I have. Frida Kahlo patterns. Because I'm doing a Frida Frenzy for July. She was born in the month of July and died in the month of July. Of course, not in the same year, or we wouldn't know who the heck she was. And so I'm trying to narrow it down to 4 patterns that I'm going to be starting in the month of July in honor of Frida Kahlo. If you don't know who she is, look her up. She was definitely, she was way beyond her time. Way. Anyway, okay, I got a wild hair here. It's making me a little crazy. Yeah, my hair is, I don't know what's going on with my hair today. This is I washed it and let it dry by itself, and I'm just kind of letting it do its thing today because it's the weekend. I did go to the movies yesterday. I did finally make it to the movies. I went to a later movie than I planned on. Went to go see Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. It was good. I know some people don't do Tom Cruise. Man, I could give or take, but I like the movies. Simon Pegg, Ving Rhames, yes, I'm there for it. All the people that are in the movie enjoyed it. So plans, let's see, Frida Frenzy, we got all that. So my whip go for this month, I have my friend Melissa, so it was numbers 21 and 23. So Melissa has me working on some Sumatra lace. Y'all have not seen Sumatra lace in forever. I have not pulled out Sumatra lace in forever. I did pull out the bags because you got to see this. My friend Wanda made this for me, and I know I've shown it to you before, but it's been a while. This is Queen of the Flock because Wanda is like the queen of all that is crafty, and she quilts, she stitches, she does everything, and this has got like, it's like fuzzy. It's so cool. And then Tammy made this gorgeous fob for me, zipper pull. So Sumatran lace, like I said, I have not pulled this puppy out in a million years. Where's my card? Let me grab this. This fabric is Coated Doves from Atomic Ranch, and it is so stinking pretty. And I gotta figure out which side I'm on. Oh, it's so wrinkledy. Oh, look at that. It is so pretty. And the floss that I'm using is Pink Posy from Classic Colorworks. And it has a really soft variegation. Let me get my head out of it. And what the hell am I trying to say? The magnet thing. This thing. Needle minder. That's the right word. Anyway, that is a really pretty one that I absolutely love. I cannot remember where I got it from. I think it was a gift. I was going somewhere with this and now I forgot. Anyway, this is so pretty. So this is going to be my Whip Go project for this month from Melissa. So my Whip Go, some of y'all probably remember or may not remember, but I'm going to go over it anyway. My friend Kelly, who is Don't Run With Scissors on FlossTube, and she is His Princess Kelly on Instagram. We're doing our Whip Go a little different this year. So we have, so not only instead of us picking projects, we're putting it on our friends. Luckily, we have really awesome friends. So each month we have somebody's name that's on our Whip Go board, and that person will pick the project that we're going to work on for the month. My goal is to get at least 300 stitches. Kelly's got different goals. She's got crazy ass goals, but that's Kelly and that's what she does. More power to it. I don't want to stress myself out on this, so it is what it is. Like I said, 300 stitches for the month. And then they also give us a personal goal or a personal challenge or self-care or something. So Melissa, because I know Melissa pretty darn well, and she's one of my favorite people. My goal from her is I have a walk pad, because that way I cannot talk myself out of walking because it's too hot outside, it's too cold outside, it's too windy, it's too humid, it's too this, it's rainy, whatever. So my goal or my challenge from her is 4 times a week to walk on my walk pad for 20 minutes before I stitch. I could do this. Come on, y'all send me the rah-rah-rahs, because I need all the help I can get. Because even though I still have a walk pad, I still find reasons not to do it because I'm too tired, or I'm too this, or I'm too that, and I'm trying to not to do that. Consistency is my word for the year. I've kind of fallen off of it a little bit. I'm trying to get back on it. Otherwise, I would have done a FlossTube last week instead of this week. It is what it is. So my other one is from my friend Tammy, not Leopard and Lace Co. It's my another friend of mine, Tammy with a Y. And she is one of my local stitchy people. And the project that she chose, because I started this before she did, I think, and she is already done with hers, and I have been really slowly pulling mine out. It is the Alice in Wonderland. Ooh, I just knocked something on the floor. The Alice in Wonderland tree from Tiny Modernist. I haven't been doing any of the back stitching because I like to wait till the end to do that because I'll use a hoop and everything else. So I think this is the last layer, and then it'll say I think Wonderland, I think down here, and has some other stuff. So this is my other focus piece for this month. This is on a piece of Storm from Crosswing Collection through Rogue Stitching. And so I'm going to be working on that. And her personal goal or personal challenge for me is to continue working on my craft area, which, as you can see behind me, is a mess. But you have chaos before you have the perfection. So that's where we're at. We've definitely got the chaos going because I'm still trying to figure out stuff. I still have this side, fabric. As I come across more larger pieces of fabric, I'm still putting them in the box. I think I'm gonna have to have another box for my 32 count because that is my happy spot. If I didn't know it before, I know it now because I got a lot of 32s. I really have not done any shopping or purchases, but I did get a little bit of love from Tanya. She was cleaning out some stuff and clearing out some stuff. And she gave me these felt pieces, which will be great when I get ready to do some of my finishes on my ornaments. Because those are like a perfect size, don't you think? And there's some really pretty colors. So, and I'll probably use them for other stuff too. But they're nice and thick. I think there's at least two per. Aren't they pretty? So pretty. So I know I'll be making use of these. I don't even think she hardly used any of this. Which is just crazy. Just craziness. But yeah, they're super pretty. Other than that, I don't really have any stuffs. Let me see. Let me look at my notes. So I think I've covered pretty much everything. I don't really have a whole lot coming up in the month of June. I was going to be going to a retreat at the end of June. But I've decided to be an adult. I need to get my butt in gear and take care of some stuff first. So will not be going to that one. I'm kind of bummed, but it's all good. It's all good. I still do have Annie's in September, and we'll be good by then. I don't really have anything special going on. I am going to be working on One Nation on the 14th because that's the Army's birthday. Yes, U.S. Army. So I work on One Nation on like the patriotic holidays, things like that. So we've got that coming up, and then of course in July I'll be working on it like 4th of July, like over the, I don't know if probably the weekend or whatever. But anytime we have a holiday that is patriotic or a military birthday or things like that, I'll be working on that. Like in August, I'll be working it for Coast Guard birthday. And then I think, Patriot Day on the 11th of September, and then Air Force birthday is the 18th of September, that kind of thing. So you kind of get the idea. I would like to try to get that finished by the end of the year. I know it's probably not going to happen. It is kind of a running joke between one of the ladies in my local stitchy group. I started this a couple of years ago, and she is working on this gorgeous full coverage eagle, and she does all these full coverage pieces. She's got multiples, and she's like, "Are you going to put that in the fair?" And I'm like, "I don't know, maybe. Why?" She says, "Well, I was going to put my eagle, and I don't want to put my eagle up against your deal." And I'm like, "Hers is a work of freaking art. Mine is pretty, but wow." So it's been kind of a joke. I'm like, are you getting close to being done on yours? Because if you are, then I need to get to working on mine so I can put it at the fair at the same time. So it's kind of a running joke between the two of us. Will it be done in time? I know it's not going to happen this year. No. But it'll happen when it happens. Other than that, I have been watching a few FlossTubers. That was one of my challenges, was to find some new FlossTubes to watch. Yeah, what a hardship. What a freaking hardship. Yeah, there's so many. I have been watching Beth with Be More Creative, and it's BEE More Creative. Black Ribbon Stitch Studio. Holly Wally Whoopsie. That name cracks me up, but she's a lot of fun to watch. And she did actually a little stitchy thing, a little short that was talking about how she stitches. She stitches in columns versus in rows. I kind of stitch however I want to go. I guess more or less I do pretty much do in rows. It really is depending on what the pattern's doing. And if I'm using overdyed floss versus DMC. If I'm doing DMC, I will either go in columns or rows depending on how the pattern goes. If I'm doing overdyes, I just follow the pattern. And with like Sumatran lace, I'm like going all over the place. So it is sucking at floss, but it's all good. I'm also watching Stitching Magic 111. So it's like the number one. I'll link everybody down below. You'll have it. And Bet's Lena Stitches. Love her stuff. She's just super cute, and I love her stuff. So I've been, other than that, I really haven't been doing anything. The baby blanket that I'm supposed to be working on, yeah. It's too freaking hot to crochet a baby blanket. And I've been wanting to stitch. So that's what I've been doing, is stitching. So anyway, so here we go. Poetry. I am just so blown away with you guys. I have had so many people telling me I am not a poetry person. Everybody is a freaking poetry person. You just haven't found the right poetry. Because there's all kinds out there. Tons of it. I mean, these are just a handful. These are just some of my favorites. There is everything. And some of this stuff, y'all, some of this stuff is very, very deep. So, it is what it is. But, hold on. So my first one is from Gray Matters. And it is by Kristen Castello. I love that you guys are into this. Okay, this one is called Lost and Found. I seem to have misplaced my sense of purpose for a couple of years, but it's okay. I came across it the other day when I was cleaning out my purse. A part of me always knew where it was. I just needed to find the courage to brush off my dust and begin again. Yeah, that's definitely me. I forget sometimes. I forget my purpose. Sometimes I forget my worth. I forget that value. And not the value that other people have placed on me, but the value I place on myself. I forget that sometimes. I've been kind of going through a little bit of that lately. I've just been feeling kind of blah. And I realized that I forgot who I am. I forgot and my stuff is going off. Sorry. People are messaging me. I forgot whose daughter I am, whose granddaughter. I forgot whose cousin. I forgot me. And I am remembering now who I am and who I am meant to be. And you know what? I'm a badass. I'm a total badass. And you know what? I got so tickled the other day. On Instagram, there was just this little who's it that was on there. I'm going to try to find it really quick. And it was talking about being a badass. It says, don't call me ma'am. You know, I'm a badass. And I felt bad that a lady, I guess she did not like what I had to say and she wanted to unsubscribe. And I think it's sad. I mean, it's more power to her. She has that choice. I can't find it now. But it's a shame. It's a shame that people feel that way and come across I don't know. I don't get it. Call me a badass. Don't call me ma'am. Call me the badass that I am. I've gone through shit. We've all gone through shit. We're freaking badasses. Own it. Enjoy it. We have worked hard for it, whether we wanted to or not. We have survived 100% of the days, even that were the ones that we thought were going to kill us. We have survived. We have moved forward. We have lived. We have learned. We have cried. But we're still here and we're still doing it every freaking day. Some days we may not feel like it. Some days we don't feel like we have put anything into it. But you know what? We still got up. We still did what we needed to do. Even if all we needed to do was get up and brush our teeth. There are some days, I will tell you, that getting out of bed and brushing my teeth is about all I accomplish in the day. At least it feels like it. But that's okay. I am still alive. I am still here. I am still breathing. I am still doing. I hate adulting. Adulting sucks. As kids, what the fuck were we thinking? Talking about wanting to grow up. I want to grow up. I want to grow up. I want to do all the adult things. I don't want to do that anymore. No. Ew. Okay. Let me move on. Because you guys know I will ramble on this for forever. And I'm already past the time that I wanted to do. So, the other one is sometimes 101 days of healing through words. And I'm not even going to put it. I'm not going to butcher the name. I'm not going to try to. Anyway. So, let me flip to this. This is day 68. Sometimes, the one who seems the strong... Blah, blah. Let me start over. Okay. See if I can get my mouth to work. Sometimes, the ones who seem the strongest are the ones who feel the most alone. They carry the weight of the world in silence, hoping no one notices how much they're hurting. But remember, at times, even the strongest need someone to lean on. Guilty. I have, in the past, been guilty of doing everything on my own, trying to be strong, trying to be the strongest one, trying just to do what I need to do, and never letting others know that I needed help. Because in my mind, I thought if they knew me enough, they would reach out. The thing is, when you're that strong, or you portray that you're that strong, people forget to check in on you because they think you've got it. Because you keep on telling them you've got it. You keep on telling them, I'm fine. I'm good. I've got this. We've got to get out of that mindset of I'm good and I'm fine. Because we have people in our life that we can tell that to. And they're not going to think that you're weak. They're not going to think that you're less. They want to be there to support you and love you. And I have to keep reminding myself, being the strongest one in the room most of the time means that I'm the weakest. Because I'm not willing to ask for that help. And my mama did not raise a weakling. So, that's one of the challenges I have placed on myself, is to not always try to be the strong one. Not always just push through. not always say, I'm fine. It's okay to admit that you're not fine. It's okay for your house to be a wreck. It's okay if all you could do was brush your teeth today. It's okay. You don't have to be the strongest. But you do have to show up. And you do have to open up. And it sucks. It so totally sucks. I was raised to be a very strong, independent woman. And I thought for the longest time that that means I had to do it all on my own. But being that strong, independent woman means knowing when to ask for help and when to admit that you need it. It's tough. But we got this. We can do this. We can do this together. So, I admit, I am not the strongest one. Am I stubborn enough to push through? Fuck yes. Is that the wisest course? Not necessarily. I am learning to ask for help. I am learning to say, no, I can't do that. I'm learning to do those things that adulting. Ugh. But I'm learning that I need to be my own best advocate and know when I can't do everything and when it's not okay. So, I am good. I am good. I'm fine. No, I am. And I a lot of this has been a lot of self-reflection, thinking about things, putting things in perspective. Like my mom says, I'm not getting any younger. I'm definitely past middle age because, women don't usually only live to be like 80, 85. So that ship has sailed when I hit 52. But, I'm here for as long as I'm here, and I'm going to own it. And I'm going to say when I need help, and I'm going to be there to help when my girls, my girlfriends, when they say, hey, I need help. And to be strong enough to be able to see through when they say, I'm fine. Luckily, I've got some amazing, amazing women that will look at me and say, no, you're not fine. They'll let me try to work things out on my own, but when it's time for me to stop that, they call me out on it. And that's what good friends are for. I don't get mad about it. They don't get mad about it. We all know that it comes from a place of love. So if you need somebody to be that for you, let me know. I'm here. Because we are strong. But we need to be strong enough to know when we're not in control and we're not 100%. So, off of my soapbox. Y'all know I will ramble forever. I am hoping that you have a wonderful week. My world is going to be kind of crazy. It's the beginning of the month. That last week of the month, the beginning of the month, it's always a little bit of a crapshoot. Accounting. It's craziness. Anyway, it's going to be good, and you are going to have a good week. I know you are. And if you're not, reach out to me. Tell me what the heck is going on. Let's talk through it. You know I can make you laugh. But I hope you have a fabulous week. I hope that it is nothing but amazing goodness in the month of June for you. And even though summer is coming, I would rather have cold weather than hot weather any day. But it's going to be good. So do what makes your heart happy and keep on stitching. And just remember, I love you guys.